Alright, welcome to the video guys. This is the last one I'm going to be showing you in the T100 LT from my session last week, and we're going to be on Malinovka, and this game, yeah, it's a little ugly, man. I'll just spoil it. We lost this game, but somehow I managed to do 10.5k combined in this game, and I wanted to share it with you guys just to kind of show you that even when you know it's going to be a loss, or when it's very likely that it's going to be a loss, you can still manage to pull out a really, really good score, right? So we're going to poke in this bush. At this tier, you guys know that I really like to go up to the hill, but at this tier, I find that it's much more risky, in my opinion, to go up here and like risk taking a shot, right? At tier 8, even like tier 6, tier 7, I'll do it because I feel like players aren't quite as good and you won't get people rushing up to the hill and stuff like that. It's just very rare. But with this kind of view range and stuff, like I'd rather just, especially with all these heavies, because there's a lot more tanks, in my opinion, at tier 10 that have a lot less concealment, like these big TDs and all these like really hard-hitting heavies, they just have no concealment. So it's a lot easier to spot them from down low, in my opinion, so I'll just do that, get some information for the team, and we spot the VZ here as well. We're spotting the WZ-132. I'm trying to back up enough from this guy so he doesn't spot me, but he ends up poking the bush anyway, even though he got lit coming up here. So I was hoping that he might just turn around once he got lit, but he wants to stay here, and WZ is taking a shot from, I guess, one of the T-57 heavies. Our STB-1, or their enemy STB-1 drowned. I just noticed that. I don't know where he drowned at. I don't know, man. Like, he seemed like a pretty good player too, so that's kind of weird. I didn't even notice that. But anyway, we'll move on, guys. I start kind of running away from here, and now we have the WZ kind of in that position, right? I could have stayed, but I'd rather not sit out there and, you know, risk taking shots from people that are going to, like, poke in this area or whatever. I just never feel safe in this area from either side. I'm going to take a blind shot there, try and hit the WZ, and these guys win the hill pretty quick. We're able to sit back here with the TDs and try and do, like, some damage. We're just kind of shooting these guys. The Super Conqueror appears here. This is a really dumb play on his part. To kind of try and poke like that, but we're just trying to do damage here, really, guys. That's all we're doing. Like, at this point, I don't know what else I can do for this team. Like, we could have tried to maybe counter the WZ, but these guys are winning the hill, and again, I feel very exposed out in this area, which is one of the reasons why I really don't like going there. We're able to at least spot the 140 coming in, but we need to kind of just retreat at this point, right, man? Like, I feel like our Super Conqueror probably should have went up to the hill. Maybe it would have been a closer fight up there. He's kind of camping in the back, man. It's an interesting play. We're able to spot the Manny coming in as well, and that's why I'm staying in this bush. Right, guys? We're at least spotting some people coming in, but it's very risky to start taking shots and spotting here at this point. Like, if I'm going to get outlit, all these people are going to come down the hill. But again, we got some of that spotting out of this, right? So we're just kind of trying to stay in the fight a little bit, but when you lose the entire map, like, look at this portion of the map as well. We've lost everything. I'm going to pause so you guys can see this. Ignore the 105 and ignore this huge, like, replay glitch with the bloom. But look at the map, guys. Look what we have right now. We have this portion of the map. That's it. The entire rest of this map is owned by the enemy team. So they have arguably 90%, maybe more, of the map at this point. And if they had a lot less HP, that wouldn't necessarily be a big issue, because on Malinovka, I like to call this Campanovka, I'm pretty sure I got that from Skill for LTU, camping on this map actually pays off quite a bit. We're going to come over here, we're going to spot the E3 coming in, and guys, I'm telling you, when you lose an entire side of the map, you can't just run out here and expect to, like, spot the entire enemy team and win the game, right? That's what all the players on your team will want you to do, but you kind of just have to find a good position and do your best to spot people coming in for the team as much as you can, but you don't want to just run out there. Find a good location like I found here. I'm spotting the E3 coming in. He knows I'm here. There's not much else I can do at this point. I'm trying to track him. We're still not getting lit. I'm taking these shots behind the bush. If he got any closer, we probably would get lit taking that shot, but I'm making sure I'm solid bush here and he doesn't spot me. Again, my entire team is sitting in this area, so I can only do so much, right? I'm trying to put myself in a place where I can kind of spot the southern or like western portion of this map for my team, while other people can spot this for themselves. Like, I can't be in two places at once, so I kind of start trying to come back here, and then I think we spot somebody else It's like the WZ pushing in or something like that. I'm trying to like knock down these trees, get a little bit closer, and here we go. We spot one of the 140s. I don't know if we spot this guy up top, but we're able to spot this guy, and no, we do spot the one up top too. So I'm trying to find a middle ground between spotting like the southwestern portion of this map and now also this other portion of the map, like the more northern portion of the map. And the reality is, it's like you can't be in two places at once is what I'm saying to you guys, but we are able to at least put ourselves where we can spot these two 140s. We're trying to get a shot into the 105. EBR comes running in, and this is why EBR suck, man, because honestly, I don't know if I would have been lit here if it weren't for the 105. And what I mean by that is not like at this time, I mean for like the rest of the game, we might have actually been close to bringing this one back if the 105 didn't rush in. But then the FE 4005 is full HP, and yeah, I just think the HP differential was brutal, man. But honestly, the 105 is kind of what really changed this, you know, it turned this game around very dramatically, like very quickly is what I mean. Him running in is what allowed other people to get shots very quickly, because he like outspotted, like, I think he probably spotted our entire team, man, with that little pass. And, you know, I'm going to do as much as I possibly can here, but we're going to die, man. Like, everyone has shots on me here now. But we ended up doing 2670 damage visible and 7210 spotting out of this, man. And when you have these big guns in the back, this sounds like it's a lot of spotting, but it's really not, man. Like, when you have these big guns in the back and you're on a map like Malinovka, if you're getting some of the spotting, like, these boys sitting in the way back are going to have a field day, right? I'm telling you, because with these guns, man, like some of them, especially if they're tanks that don't have a lot of armor, you could get like 1500 spotting out of one shot from these guys. So a couple of those and you're at 4500 spotting, 5000 spotting, you know, in a matter of a couple of minutes. It doesn't take that long, you know what I mean? Especially if you have like two of them back there. They had two FE 4005s. We had two FE 4005s. So it can happen. But I wanted to show you guys this game just to show you that even if things are not looking good, you can still get a really, really good score out of the game. So always fight until the end, play until the end, guys. And visible, this ended up being 3k damage and 7600 spotting. You guys can do the math. That's like something like 10.5k. But it's certainly over 10,000 combined, and it was a GG, man. We got this badge, and I enjoyed it, man. Like, look at the experience, too. 530 experience. Comparing that to everyone else on my team, it looks like 302 was the highest by the T57 Heavy. And when you have more experience than, like, the worst person on their team, usually you did pretty well, right? Like, you know? Like, because I want to say, like, isn't the XP like doubled for the winners, right, or something like that? So just showing you guys like that you can still get a really good score from a loss, man. Like, don't ever give up. Always try your best, guys. I can't stand it when people will like drown themselves and crap like that because the game is over. They're like, oh man, yeah, I'm just gonna like, it's even the arty players, man, like just like dive into like the lake because the game's over. It's like, dude, just try and get a shot or something. Like, it's just so dumb when you just suicide, you know. And it's actually a reportable offense, guys, so I highly would recommend that you do not do that if you're one of those players that does that. And you know what's wild about this is their 215B 183 and their 4005 actually both did 0 damage. So they had these big guys up top, like the IS-7, the 140. These were the guys that really did a lot of damage here. But we had 4 people do 0 damage. They had 3 people do 0 damage. Almost even. But both of our FE 4005s actually did 0 damage. So I guess, where did that shot come from then? It must have been someone that... Man, who was it then? I guess it, like... They lit someone on fire? Because we got like over 1,000 spotting from one of those. But I don't know how. I don't think the 261 hits that hard, right? Could have been the T57 Heavy clipping someone. I have no idea, guys, what it was. You can go back and take a look. I know the Super Conqueror is back there and stuff, but whatever, man. It is what it is. I'll show you guys the detailed report and let you guys go. Here it is, and that's it, guys. But again, never ever give up, man. Like, I'm so tired of seeing these players that will just like jump off a cliff at the very end of the game or drown themselves. Like, dude, just try. You know, just always try. Always try to do the best you can do, guys. And I'm telling you, like, it's very, very possible to have pretty much one of the best games you'll ever play, even if it's a loss. We did 10.5K combined in this game, and I don't play a lot of tier 10s, but my best combined score is like, I want to say like 13 something, 13K combined. So by numbers, this is actually a really, really, really good game, even though it's a loss. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you for the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye now.